Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another first impression review with the Knights of the Turntable on the Koalition.com. Today we are talking about Big K.R.I.T's It's Better This Way, and with me I have Joe Hova
What's up?
and Richard Bailey.
What's up?
Yeah, so 2015 continues to bless us, and Big K.R.I.T decided to drop us a little surprise project that no one saw coming on datpiff.com, and it is for the free. How did y'all feel about this surprise, first off?
After Cadillactica, I mean, it's welcomed. I mean, Cadillactica was amazing.
Yes, I agree. Rich?
I have to agree that yes, I definitely wasn't expecting this. So big surprise, and very much enjoyed what I heard.
Yeah. Like, I was with an album that is as good as Cadillactica, I didn't expect to hear something else from him until like next year, basically, because that came out at the end of last year.
And didn't you say that what was I getting ready to say? Didn't you say that he had an album coming out this year too?
There's another one coming out called All My Life. I didn't know anything about it, but that is supposed to drop before the end of the year. I saw one site had it at November 20th, or Wikipedia had it, but I didn't check the source on where they got that from.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw a few sites that said that he's supposed to drop that by the end of the year. So, like, we get this sick ass mixtape, and then we're gonna get another album. Like,
I don't know about sick ass mixtape.
you know what? Hey, you gonna be by yourself on that one, my brother, because this shit's fire. Well, let's go ahead. Go ahead and jump right into it. We'll start with the intro and King Part 4, which I will say I don't know what King Part 1 through 3 is. I don't remember King songs with different parts or whatever.
Maybe they're from before K.R.I.T was here.
Maybe so. But intro and King. We'll start with you, Rich.
Let me go ahead and just say this. I love when an artist decides to tell a story with his album, because that's pretty much what this was. Started with the intro. Oh, I think I should go this way. I never went this way before, so let me go this way. And that nice little intro there set the tone for what we heard. I thought King was great. I like the jazz feel to the tone. And yeah, I mean, great production, great vocals, everything.
All right, Joe.
I dig that he's going with the story concept for the project again. I really enjoyed. I don't know why, but I really enjoyed the theme for Cadillactica. So this one was, it's kind of good too. It's him not following the same path that everybody follows. So I thought it was cool. King Part 4, it's a good song. It's a good way to lead things off.
True that. I agree with you. I definitely like the theme. I felt like when I saw the artwork for the project, I was thinking, hey, this could be like a direct follow-up to Forever and a Day, because Forever and a Day had similar artwork to it. And, after King, we get basically the second version of a song that was on Forever and a Day with a new version of 86. What'd you think of that, Joe?
That's where it started to kind of like feel like filler to me. Like from there to about I want to say the song with Young Dolph. It just all kind of it kind of ran together for me.
Rich?
Interesting. Now I didn't hear the previous version of 86. My personal opinion, this is one of the best songs on the album. I like everything about it. Hey, everything about it was on point. My opinion.
Word. I enjoyed Forever and a Day, and I enjoyed the original version of 86. But I will say that I don't know if I can listen to the original version now as much as I listen to this one, because I like this version more.
I did like the skit though. The skit on that was
on 86, yeah. Because do you remember the skit from the last one?
Yeah.
So Rich, you got to catch up, man. You got to listen to Forever and a Day, because even regardless of it having the attachment to this one, it's a good project too. Pretty much everything K.R.I.T put out except for his first studio album would be top tier in my opinion. Even though the studio album is not bad, it's just not on the level of the other stuff he's done. But 86 is cool. I can kind of understand what you mean, Joe, with 86, No Static, Peace on Chain, and Shake 'Em Off, because those are the songs that don't really fit the rest of the theme as well as the other songs do. But I will say on that note, I still didn't hate any of them. And Ludacris dropped a pretty dope feature verse also on Shake 'Em Off. That was kind of like typical Ludacris fashion back in the day when you had to have Luda on there.
I thought K.Camp made that joint, though.
Really?
K.Camp is a monster when it comes to hooks.
Yeah, I mean, I can co-sign. It's a very, very catchy song. But like you said, it does not fit with everything else. Rich, what do you think of that stretch?
Yeah. Wait, you said stretch?
Yeah, which is No Static, Peace on Chain, and Shake 'Em Off.
No, I thought, hey, listen, I was surprised to see that Warren G is still around. That was really interesting.
Yep.
But I do agree. I mean, I like the Ludacris song. I'm not really a big Luda fan, but I liked his last album, so I thought this was a good album. Peace on Chain was okay too. I personally, I don't think any song on this album was bad, and I say that after listening to the Games album, in which I heard several bad skits. So
a multitude of bad skits.
Oh, it was great.
Oh, and by the way, we go ahead and get this out here. So, because there's probably going to be somebody that watches this video and doesn't watch anything else. we actually did enjoy some of the songs on Games Project, but apparently if you don't say stuff like that in the same fucking video, then it don't count. You a hater. So I'm gonna put that out there real quick. But I'm learning how these people work in the comments, man. They got some special rules with how they.
We gotta starting every podcast off with "we like this album" or "we don't like this album," like.
Or maybe it should be standard that we just start off and say this album is trash, and they'll never know what our actual opinion is until they listen to the rest of it. And we'll get 50,000 views because they believe that we think an album is trash. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar and Joe Hova. But all right, so after that stretch, the song featuring Young Dolph, as Joe mentioned, is called "How About That Money," which I was at work. I work in a hospital, guys. Okay, and I listened to the Big Crit on the way to work, and I found myself singing the hook to "How About That Money" all day long, and it was busy. I work in the emergency room, and I'm just sitting there like typing people's information in and getting signatures and like singing that song to myself.
Yo, that hook was like so weak to me though.
It's weak. I cannot argue with you, but it's so fucking catchy. For some reason, I could not get that out of my head.
And can we just say that Young Dolph actually had a very good verse and maybe even out-rapped K.R.I.T on this?
I cannot say that.
I can, because I thought so. I thought Young Dolph did a way better job on this song than K.R.I.T did.
Gotcha. Rich, what'd you think?
No, I agree. The hook is catchy. The reason why you're saying "How About That Money" because that's what we all think about, making some more money.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Young Dolph ad-libs sound like it's faded in. Or what did I tweet earlier? I said scene. An ad lib can be heard in the distance. It is that of Young Dolph, who's just done this on his bed.
Dog, we gotta live tweet stuff more often, dog. All right, so after that song, which I still don't think there's a bad song, and I probably agree with Rich. There weren't any songs that I felt like, yo, this is trash. Get this off of here.
Yeah, I agree in that sense. I didn't think any of the songs were like trash. It's just that stretch didn't fit to me.
Yeah. Then we get probably the best stretch of the album, which is the final stretch of the album that starts with "In the Darkness," featuring Wolf de something. I don't know how to pronounce it. Michaels, maybe? Wolf de Michaels. Whomever that may be. But "In the Darkness" is dope. The production is dope.
Yeah.
Shoot, I wish that would have came earlier in the project, in my opinion. Just in my opinion, my desire from how the sequencing should have been. But it's very, very good. It's very good. Joe?
Yeah, I agree. That's another good song, and I like that K.R.I.T didn't do the production on that either.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because like I like a lot of K.R.I.T's production, but I like a lot of people that have their own production, like J. Cole, for instance. But they need to have other people to add a different flavor to their projects, to add different vibes and stuff. It's definitely this was very very welcome, man. He fit on it just fine. How about you, Rich?
Oh no, I pretty much agree. Great song. And yeah, as you said, the next 5 songs is pretty much similar. They all work well together.
Gotcha. And the next one, Vanilla Sky. A lot of the time where K.R.I.T shines, like he does do the catchy stuff, the braggadocious rapping. He does it well. I mean, Mount Olympus, for instance, is still one of the most incredible songs that I've heard in a long time. But when he gets very introspective and kind of tells a story and stuff and gets personal with it, man, he's one of the best in hip hop.
Vanilla Sky and the song with BJ the Chicago Kid are the 2 best songs on there.
Yes, they are the 2 best songs. Can't Be Still gets the edge because of the BJ the Chicago Kid feature, but both of them are incredible songs. How'd you feel about them, Rich?
Yeah, Vanilla Sky, great. And as I said in the past, I like some of the, I like hip hop that has a message, somewhat inspirational, influential. I thought Vanilla Sky, great song for that. Yeah, BJ the Chicago Kid, he's been on a couple projects we've listened to this year, and yeah, I'm starting to like him as well. He's pretty good.
He's easily one of the best R&B singers out.
Yeah, we got to get you to listen to his solo projects. He really only has 2 full-length ones, and they are both fantastic from open to close, man. But in between Vanilla Sky and Can't Be Still, we have Got Me Through, which is featuring DeLorean and Big Sant. Big Sant, I believe, is on every K.R.I.T project, maybe?
I think so.
Yeah.
And he eats every time he is on there.
Every single time. Like he
saves his good verses for K.R.I.T albums.
Yep, he's always got that one for him. Like you need something, I got you. Let's go. He clowned on there, and this one I actually could say possibly Big Sant out rap K.R.I.T on here, which is not an easy thing.
I would agree. I would agree with that.
How'd you feel, Rich?
Yeah, pretty much agree with everything being said.
He's like, I'm just gonna co-sign through the rest of this shit. I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna let you go first. All right, so after Can't Be Still, Vanilla Sky Got Me Through, we have a track called Keep It Booming, which Keep It Booming sounds like more of the catchy stuff that would have fallen in that stretch from before, with 86 No Static, Peace on Chain, and Shake 'Em Off. But if you take those songs and put them together, Keep It Booming probably was the better of them. I can't put it over 86, but it may have been better than the other three tracks. And I probably would say that I wish the sequencing was flipped and it was just grouped with the other stuff. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those songs that, it fits the mold of the earlier stuff that we were talking about, so it probably needed to fit somewhere in there to transition to the more introspective stuff at some point.
Right.
You're talking about keep it booming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this song sounds like it. When he did 86, he said, "Okay, let me alter a few things here and there, and make this song." I mean, it sounds very similar to 86, but I like 86 more than this song. But again, that doesn't mean it's a bad song.
Yeah, and it passes the whip test. It was great in the car, I'll tell you that. And then you have Party Tonight, which isn't super introspective, but it's much more chill than the other songs were.
Yeah.
From that earlier stretch. And it rides really well. I really, really enjoyed Party Tonight.
I always feel like K.R.I.T always ends his albums kind of like on that note, like a chill kind of introspective vibe.
Yeah, I agree. Rich, what were your thoughts on Party Tonight?
Yeah, nice laid back music. The tone, yeah, I mean, pretty much agreed. Very simple tone, not really anything too detailed. You didn't really have to talk about a lot of stuff. Just super mellow. Basically going off of in the beginning where it was trying to make decide which way to go and then take this path that's like, now you reaffirm that, okay, I'm glad I took this path. I'm comfortable with it. And that's what the tone was with it, the whole message.
Word. And I'm gonna let you lead it off into the last track, which is the title track of the project, where he addresses a whole lot of things and he makes a lot of statements about music. But Rich, go ahead and drop your opinion on that first.
Hey, it's better this way. Yeah, there was a lot said. You guys probably know more so about a lot of the stuff he said because, you know, you listen to some of his other work prior to this. I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure where to begin exactly. I mean, of course, I enjoyed the track. I like when a rapper, you know, they pull no punches when they talk about stuff. You keep it real. I appreciate that 100%.
Word. And
So,
that's definitely what we got with this, which you could kind of consider this a follow up to Mount Olympus, because Mount Olympus he voiced a lot of concerns, a lot of issues with his perception or how people perceived him as an artist and his place within hip hop. And It's Better This Way is him making a statement on that platform and basically expressing his concerns and how much he's tired of the cookie cutter, I guess, rinse, repeat, copy, paste hip hop that people hear in the mainstream.
Because just thinking about it, like, have you ever heard a Big Crit song on the radio?
Nope.
Nope. And
you won't. And it's sad because like there are some songs that he does that are very radio friendly songs.
yeah.
He hasn't done so many of them lately. It is sad that Soul Food joint from Cadillactica didn't get radio play because that shit would have been perfect with him and Raphael Sadiq.
Yeah, that definitely would.
King of the South should have been a radio song. Like, it's just not. I don't know. He's just not
he
getting
hasn't
the
broke
treatment.
that. And what is that like? It's and he. You notice that he mentioned Def Jam again.
And that's the thing. I wonder if maybe he's dropping this album kind of like Cole did last year. Just, you know, hey, and I'm, you know, a month in advance, I'm gonna drop this album. If he's doing that to like get out of his contract.
Well, the thing is, he may have fulfilled his stuff already with Def Jam because when I saw the stuff for the new album, it's not dropping on Def Jam.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's dropping on RBC Records. Let me give me just a second to pull in that. And I guess for people that are less in tune with that kind of stuff, like the stuff behind the scenes, Big Crit has been done a disservice since he signed with Def Jam, basically. Yeah. The dude is talented. He really should be on a larger stage at this point in his career because he's done nothing but be consistent and put out great music. But for some reason, Def Jam does not promote this guy at all.
But that's the thing. It's hard to promote a guy who always talks about old school cars. Like, I get that we know that K.R.I.T that does introspective songs and is really dope, but to the commercial eye, he just raps about old school cars.
Word. Which, even on that side of things, though, I feel like they would be able to market that, though.
Yeah, they would be.
Especially the way Cadillactica was set up.
That's the thing. He's so far different than all the Southern artists that we have now. That just think about the radio right now. You got Young Thug, Migos, Jeezy, T.I. I mean, it's all kind of like the trap music and, you know, the melody music and Future, of course.
Hey.
K.R.I.T sounds like none of those people, and he's from the South.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm just thinking of it from a different perspective. Plus, we've been fans of K.R.I.T since, you know, the early days.
K.R.I.T was here.
Yep. Let me see. Yeah. It says rumors began swirling last week whenever this was dropped. This was dropped. This article came out today.
Uh-oh.
And it turns out the talk was true. Project titled All My Life will be released through RBC Records and not K.R.I.T's major label Def Jam. The 12-track All My Life. It's unreleased tracks from before the Def Jam deal. And it said the project is described as providing a slice of K.R.I.T's indie side. So yeah.
So then he's probably still signed to Def Jam, but this is a side venture.
Right, and it makes sense because I didn't. It seems too quick to get Cadillactica this and then another album next month.
Yeah.
So, this does make a little bit more sense. And with the being stuff that he recorded beforehand, before Def Jam, I wonder if this is him kind of like slighting them because these songs are going to be dope as shit, but he don't want to give it to them because they're not promoting them well.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I wonder if he'll be more vocal about what his deal is because with all this shit, I hope he gets away from Def Jam. But he needs somebody to clear these samples he's using on everything, though.
Oh. Yep.
But
it's more of a catch-22 for him right now.
Yeah. So overall, what did y'all think of the project? Give us a summary, Rich.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. I liked his last mixtape. I don't know if it was an album or mixtape, either or. I thought it was great, but this album, for me personally, I enjoyed it. I mean, like I said, I didn't have any bad thoughts about any of the songs on the album. Pretty much you can listen through it. I listened through it all the way through a couple times, so yeah, it's definitely worth listening. Plus, it's free, so I don't know how anybody's going to complain about something that's free.
Word, Joe.
It's solid. It has its weak moments, though. I would say, I recommend it. It's a career project. You can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, exactly. There is no price of admission. You really have no excuse. Which, I mean, with the way things are today with subscription sites and shit, there's never a price of admissions unless you just want to pay for it later. But with this particular thing, he put this out for free. It does not sound like a just tossed together mixtape. We have our issues with the sequencing early on, but it has better sequencing than Game's 2 fucking documentary album. Disclaimer: we enjoyed some songs on the Game project, guys. But you probably you probably click X. Yeah,
but not the skits.
Yeah, and shouts out to the guy that tried to argue with us on the Koalition.com about the skits. Well, they're paying homage to blah blah blah. That does not change that they're garbage. Like, nostalgia does not make it better. Like, everybody...
There's a lot of trash shit in the past, too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, everybody in the world gets the Doggy Style one. I didn't get the other one that he was talking about. But in the Doggy Style one, he said that in the skit. But it still didn't make it any better. So, sorry. But this project I enjoyed. It was a pleasant surprise. Depending on who we have in the conversation towards the end of the year, when we start talking about mixtapes versus albums, this may end up being in the top mixtape list, but it may not because we're getting a lot of stuff that's album quality in mixtape form. So,
well, let me just throw this out there real quick. I have to say this: if there is a discussion about some singles that were released that possibly should not be for consideration, I think Kanye, he gonna definitely be on that list.
Oh goodness, I haven't listened to the Kanye tracks yet, man. I saw. Oh, they're bad. Oh man. Okay.
Well, one of them's bad. The other one's just a remake of "Say You Will."
Yeah.
All right. Well, definitely. My hopes with Kanye are tempered anyway, but it's crit time. Goddammit. Go get. There's 3 recommendations. Definitely go listen to It's Better This Way. Let us know what you think about the project itself in the comment section, and also let us know if you feel like it's actually better this way with the crit type of music and in that direction, and do you feel like there is a vast difference in mainstream hip-hop versus the past?
You know what we should have done to start this off was we should have did a Jeopardy of all the things that happened in '86.
You know what? We may have to start the next podcast off like that.
Oh man.
What last words, Joe?
It's crit. Come on, support the dude. He's fucking dope.
Rich?
Yeah, I would definitely check out this album for something different. Yes, it's not on the radio, but as we already know, most of the stuff that isn't on radio is 9 times out of 10 better material. So check it out.
Yeah. Just pause that Hotline Bling video that you're watching over and over and over.
Or the Cosby version.
And give this big K.R.I.T a listen. Some people can't get into Southern artists, but I feel like K.R.I.T is one of the best out there doing it right now. And of course, I'm partial because I'm from the South and everything. Shout out to the Carolina Panthers with that win. You know what I'm saying? But hit the eye annotation in the top right if you'd like to donate to the Koalition.com. Check the podcast that we have on the show, The Knights of the Turntable, the Definitive Hip Hop Podcast, the Co-op, and the Throwdown or Gaming and Tech Podcast, and Baby in the Beard is comic books. So we got a lot of different flavors for you out there, but we will see y'all next time, and we appreciate you checking it out. Peace.
86?